Hi, I'm Eric Siegel with ericstrains.com, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at some new passenger cars that arrived not too long ago. Now, back on Christmas Day of 2018, when I began the Christmas Bonanza, I did a review of the new Lionel Scale Polar Express Berkshire locomotive, and at that time I mentioned that Lionel was making some matching heavyweight passenger cars to go with the engine. But at that time, I did not have the passenger cars to show you, either because they hadn't shipped yet or I hadn't picked them up. I can't remember which. But I've got them now, and so before I forget, I wanted to show them to you, even though it's a little past Christmas. Now, these cars do not represent a new model from Lionel. These are a variation of the 18-inch heavyweight passenger cars that Lionel has been making for many years, although these do have the nice upgrade of the constant voltage LED lighting, not only on the inside of the cars, but also on the marker lights and the drum head at the end of the observation car. All the cars feature opening doors. On the baggage car, the doors sort of pop in and then slide open, and then on the rest of the cars, the doors are sprung so they snap back shut. The trucks and couplers on all these cars are die-cast metal, which is always nice, and as you can see, the undersides of these cars are very nicely detailed. On the ends of the cars, you can see these nice soft black rubber diaphragms. However, these are packed separately in the box when you get the cars. And the reason for that is because if you're going to run these cars on tight curves like 054, which is the minimum required curve for these cars, you may want to leave the diaphragms off so that the cars don't knock up against each other when going around a tight curve. But since I've got nice wide curves on my layout, I went ahead and put the diaphragms on, and they make the cars look much nicer. The interiors of these cars are very nicely done. Not only is there the constant voltage LED lighting above that I mentioned earlier, but also these cars come with passengers in them right out of the box, which is a nice surprise these days. Now, there's not a ton of passengers in each car, there's just a few, but it's a nice start, and then you can add more if you want. Now, my favorite thing about the insides of these cars is that the surfaces have contrasting colors. So the sinks and the toilets are white, as they should be. The tables and the chairs are different colors, and the floors are different colors. And this stands in stark contrast to a lot of the cars that are put out these days that have these monochromatic beige interiors that just look very unrealistic, and then you have to paint them if you want to get them to look realistic at all. But here, they've already done a lot of the work for you, and so they look great. Now, my theory is that the reason why Lionel did these cars like this with the nice detailed interiors is because this is the Polar Express, and chances are a lot of these cars are going to be given as gifts, and the recipients of those gifts are probably going to want to run those cars upstairs in the living room or the dining room around the Christmas tree and so forth. And so in that capacity, you really want a car that looks pretty much finished right out of the box, that you don't have to do any additional work on if you don't want to. And with these, that's the case. You can take them out of the box and put them around the tree, and they're going to look great right off the bat. Finally, the crowning touch on these cars are the snow-capped roofs, which look great. It looks like the train's going through a snowy landscape, and I think they would look even better if they went through a part of the layout that actually had snow on it as well. That would look fantastic. So if you're interested in purchasing these cars, they're sold individually, and the retail price on each car is right at $200. But that is a retail price. If you go through a good Lionel dealer, you can probably get a decent discount off that retail price. And as always, if you're looking for a good Lionel dealer, try my favorite train store, which is Legacy Station. You can find them on the web at www.legacystation.com or give them a call at 770-339-7780. Now, as you've seen, I have 5 of these cars, and the reason I have 5 is because when they were offered in the 2017 Volume 2 catalog, Lionel listed 5 cars for sale, and so I got all 5. They also listed 1 or more gold-colored cars for sale, but I did not get any of those, and for all I know, Lionel may have offered more of these cars in subsequent catalogs, but I did not order any of those, and I will not be ordering any more of those because this is all of the Polar Express stuff I'm ever going to get. I like the Polar Express. I've got a nice train now, but I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of collecting Polar Express stuff for many, many years because that can get really expensive, and there's other stuff I'd rather spend my money on. So this is it for the Polar Express for me. I like it. It looks great. And so what we're going to do now is hook these cars up to the scale Polar Express Berkshire and run them around the layout for a couple minutes. So enjoy. Okay, I've got the Polar Express cars behind the Polar Express Berkshire. So now we're going to go ahead and roll it out, and I've got the lights dimmed a bit to make it easier to see the lighting in the passenger cars. Alright, so there you have it. I hope you enjoyed seeing these cars in action, even if it is a little bit past Christmas. So please rate this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm Eric Siegel, and I'll see you next time.